Go.
Hi, I'm Janie Ann Ronco. I assist my husband in doing PowerPoint presentations around the state. Tonight we have a Native American display for Eastern Woodland Culture Indians. I'd like to explain first of all the corner area with this blanket. This is an actual Hudson Bay trader's blanket. The price is 4 beaver hides, and everything on the blanket is representing trading post items. So Englishmen, Frenchmen on the frontier set up a trading post. The natives would bring in any of these furs and use them to trade basically for something metal. So all of the metal items, glass, that sort of thing is what they would be trading for because they were living in a Stone Age society. The board here is actually a type of a price list. It's an equivalency board. I copied from a Frenchman's trading post. The way it works, each bar has the same value. So if you come with your furs and want to buy something at the trading post, the most commonly traded fur is a deer. And that's a winter male deer. If you don't have a nice male deer skin, you would need 2 doe or 2 spike bucks. They would have the same value. Mostly it was deer. And so we get the expression buck. How many buck do you have for my items? If you don't have deer, you would need 6 Nickennums. And that's a raccoon. Or you would need 4 foxes. Waccas here. That's a fox. They would have the same value as a nice winter deer hide. The other animal, there's only one, with as much value as a nice deer hide would be a mock. And that is a male beaver winter hide or 2 doe beaver. We have a pretty good sized beaver right here. This is his tail. This was the highly prized fur because everyone in Europe was wearing beaver skin hats for 100 years. They wanted the under fur felted out into a hat. To satiate that European need for hats, the Native Americans here basically eradicated the beaver. They're all the way out to the Great Lakes trying to get the beaver fur. So that was a hot item at the trade post. You see there's a metal hatchet at the trading post. It isn't that they didn't have a hatchet. They would make hatchets like this, but the metal edge is sharper and more durable. So it isn't that they had to have the items at the trading post that the white man brought, but they could see this was a superior weapon, and so they would use that. The same with the pots. The women had pots, they made clay pots. But this lasts longer. You can set it right on the hot fire, so it was an improvement. And they would trade for that to make their life a little easier. The women would not do the actual transaction, but they called the shots. And I think, in my opinion, the first thing a woman would ask, come home from the trading post, would be this metal striker. They had plenty of flint where they lived. They used all their natural environments. But flint and steel will give them a nice spark to start the fire. And the fire is the woman's job. So I'm guessing steel striker would have been item number 1. The men would make the deals, and I do not have a musket, but that would have been a hotly traded item. Bring their furs in and trade for something that worked better than a bow and arrow. And all the rest of the display are furs that were found here in Eastern Woodland. And we're talking Maine down to the Carolinas and beyond. All lived in a very, very similar way. The women had their jobs, the men had their jobs. For men, I have items here from their livelihood. Principally, weapons and tools. So this is a war club, Iroquois style. They wore it right on their belt. The knot of the wood or a stone lashed with sinew. These are all war clubs. As they wear them all the time, it is a weapon for killing people, but I'm sure it was also used to finish off an animal in a trap because they did a lot of trapping. That's men's work. This is a tool used by men. Obviously it's been hit to split wood. This is a piece of rhyolite, one of the stones that they would make their projectile. So they would know what was close by, be it jasper, flint, quartz, rhyolite, whatever was close to them, they would know, and they would be able to flake these and make their projectile point. All men's work. Men's work also was to construct the wampum belt. And each of these purple beads would have been hand drilled from the edge of the quahog shell. It was a very time-consuming process. The white ones are generally the tip of the whelk shell. Men would spend the better part of a day just getting a few beads to go in the wampum belt. And the wampum belt was not money, but it was valuable. When they spoke, they put it over like this. That's like putting your hand on the Bible. You did not interrupt the speaker. The design would represent a trading agreement or a condition of peace or war. So it was their record of events and very important to them. Women would have done jobs like constructing baskets. This is an actual birch bark basket. Weaving. Basically everything with food, home, raising the children. They had all kinds of beans, and her job would be to always have a fire running, ready, and something cooking on that fire. So again, she would want the flint and steel to make sure the fire was ready, the pot was on, and there was food available at all times. That would have been her responsibility. She also would have been responsible for taking care of the hides, not the hunting, not the gutting out, but if you wanted the fur off, this is a scraper. This hide, of course, has been sprayed. Women would have made all of the clothing, and basically all out of deer skin, simply because deer was really common to be traded. Women would have used for decoration on their clothing. They can do work with the quills. This is still done today. You can dye them and do intricate artwork with that. They were very resourceful. They used everything in their environment, including cattail fluff. This time of year, cattail's going to fluff. This is a great insulator. Put a handful in your moccasins. Keep you warm. They also used it as diapering. It was disposable diapers. The women made jewelry. The men made the wampum, but the women would have made all other jewelry. This is corn, and these are beads that have been traded from Europe. Women would have made jewelry out of bear claws and elk ivory. Now, elk ivory is the back tooth of the elk. Bear claws and elk teeth would have been worn only by men. Women would have constructed the jewelry, but that was worn by men. This was worn by women. Very clear lines of who did what. The furs here, I say, are all commonly found in the eastern woodland. We also include some information. This is a book showing how you can make a beautiful outfit like I'm wearing. It goes step by step how to brain tan the hide and construct it into clothing. And this is really fascinating. We have a book of 250 commonly found plants that they use for medicinal purposes. On top of the links are the 9 clans of the Iroquois. The Delaware, which were also living in this area, had 3, but the Iroquois had 9, and each one has a meaning, and they lived together as a family group. The artwork you see is from contemporary artists. Robert Griffin did the two on the tripods. Most of these are Jack Halou, the hunting scenes. And they are kind enough to let us use their artwork to tell this story for educational purposes. And they are extremely gracious to do that. Anything I've forgotten, that's lacrosse. That was a Native American game. This is a picture showing where all the trails, all the Native American trails, and they weren't very wide, they were all over the state, connecting to different tribes up and down the coast. What I'm wearing, I constructed myself, except for the moccasins. These were made by Cherokee. And this is pretty authentic for East Coast, the Eastern Woodland Natives. They have a center seam. They do not have to go up over the ankle, but the center seam means it's Eastern Woodland, not Plains natives. Except for the wig, the rest of my outfit's pretty authentic. I'm wearing deer hide that has been brain tanned, and they still do that today, hunters tell me. They take the organs of the animal and put it in very hot water, squeeze the hide into it to soften it and make it pliable. They also may want to put some color. The skirt has been dyed with black walnuts, so it has a little different shade. This was dyed with goldenrod. They were like us, they like some variety. They simply attached it with a little rawhide. This was probably not the way they did it because this is a lot of work. I used actual sinew from the body and beeswax and did a straight stitch, but I later read that this was more authentic. You could poke 2 more holes and tighten it up, give it to your skinny sister or daughter, or you could let it out when you were pregnant, so it was very functional. The fringe is functional. It kind of flicks the water off if it's red, if it's wet. In addition to brain tanning and possibly coloring it, they also always smoked and dyed it. Smoked it over a punky fire, and that gives the hide the quality of waterproofing and insect proofing. You want to have that. This is your basic clothing. The women made all the clothing, leggings for the men, and everything. But men wore a certain style of clothing, women wore a certain style. And the girls were taught from an early age how to make clothing, cooking, and all the crafts. The boys from little off were taught how to make weapons, hunt, trap, and even how to be a warrior. There were clear jobs that the boys learned and different jobs that the girls learned. And it was a very well-defined society. I think that's about it.